Hey, Lindsay, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it's still morning in our world. It might not be in
It
other
is.
people's world, but we are live in all the places and all the spaces. And we're excited today to be here
Yes.
because we have some exciting things to talk about and some new things. We actually missed last week being on live, so we apologize for that. But we were busy doing some. I was traveling last week.
You
I
were.
was like, why were we not on last week? So, we're going to dive in because we don't want to go too long because we could talk a lot today about what we have to share. But I put in that we have some exciting things to share. So, actually, I'm going to let you make the big announcement because this falls
Awesome.
so much in some of the work you're doing here at the Relay Process. So,
Yes.
what do we got to share?
Well, we are so excited to announce that we are joining up with the amazing team at One Life Maps. And the real life process is now going to be the home for their Listen to My Life maps, which is such an amazing tool that we absolutely love and have used at the real life process and connects so well with what we do. And so we are so excited. We've been in conversations with their team for months about how we can join together. And so we are just thrilled to be the new home to steward this product moving forward. And we'll unpack what that means a little bit here. But we are so excited because we want to introduce this tool to you as our community because we believe it can connect so well for you personally. And also, if you work with others, it can be another great tool for you to use with them as well. So we'll share more about what that is. But that's the announcement. We're so excited.
Yeah, we are. We've been waiting for the March 1st kind of to let the cat out of the bag, as they say, and to let you all know. We've been working behind the scenes for quite a while to bring this together and make this happen. And we are super excited to have the One Life Maps community and the Listen to My Life tool coming under kind of our umbrella and for us to get the opportunity to help steward that forward. We actually, you'll be learning more as we go along. We put out a podcast episode today. So you can go to the Real Life Process podcast and listen to what that means. You can meet some of the team from One Life Maps, which is friends of ours, Sharon Swing and Sybil Towner, is who we actually had on the podcast episode. And Joan Kelly also works with them quite a bit. And we are just coming alongside to say, how can we let more people know about these amazing tools that they have and they've been working with for over 20 years. So this is not something new. I've used them in my life. Lindsay has used them in hers. All of our team has been involved. And many of our certified facilitators here at the Raw Life Process have also used these tools, and we've introduced them to them. So if you're not familiar with what we do here at the Real Life Process, you're part of our community, but maybe you followed me or see me in different places, and that's how we connect on social. Um, the content of our process, we have 4 components to our process, really helping you to discover that being part of self, that deeper real self piece. Then how do you live that out into the real world in your everyday ordinary life? How do you sustain that? And we have a framework and process and components. We had a new book that came out in November of last year that has it in written form. And we have facilitators across the country that have been certified to share this content. But the Listen to My Life story maps are these amazing tools that go right along with our components on a deeper spiritual, scriptural level that really asks some great questions and just takes you on this journey. So it partners so well with what we already do that as they came to us and said, "What do you think? Is this something that you'd like to steward forward?" We were like, "Yeah, this fits. This fits who we are." The
Mhm.
beauty is that Lindsay is actually going to be leading a lot of that for us here on our Real Life Process team. So she's been working feverishly behind the scenes to make it all happen. And Lindsay, what's that going to look like as we think about these two tools coming together kind of to live in one house? What's that going to look like for
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, so we are still we're getting to know the One Life Maps team and kind of how they do things and the systems and processes. There's a lot of behind the scenes logistics that we're working on. And so even for you guys to hear from us that from an external perspective, there's not like there's a whole lot that's going to change for us or for One Life Maps. So if you've checked out One Life Maps, they still have their website up. You can still order the maps through their website. So, from an external perspective, there's not a whole lot of changes that you will feel. I think our biggest hope is that we're just going to give more access and get this in front of more people because it's such an amazing tool. And like Teresa said, it goes so well with the process. So, our hope is that for you, if you are a part of our community at the real life process, that one Life Maps can become one additional tool that you use. And we're hoping for those who have been part of One Life Maps that the process can come alongside that for them and also be an amazing tool. And so I really do think as we move forward, we are excited about the potential for more training and resources, both virtual and in person. And so I do think there will be a lot of exciting opportunities coming for you. But right now, you can still go to their website and our website and find everything that you're used to finding. But we are just excited to see the possibilities because these two do go so well together.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like yeah, just coming back home together. And it's been such a huge part of my story um, in my own work, in my own kind of spiritual transformation work that I've done. The maps have been a tool that I have used for years. And you can kind of hear all of that and all the story as Lindsay and Sybil and Sharon and I did a podcast together. It's also coming out on their podcast resources. So they're going to be sharing with their list today or tomorrow, excuse me.
Mhm.
And so you might be coming over and connecting with us. We may be connecting with you. We've been working on it a little bit behind the scenes with their core team and volunteers and with ours as well. But we don't know exactly what all the details are, but we're holding it with very open hands and just honored that, as we prayed about it and discerned about it, that this is a direction that we want to move in. But one of the things that I think I have learned through this work and other work that I've done is even though I'm a very forward moving person, is to trust the slowness of this process.
Mm.
And so we are leaning in and just kind of going to get our feet wet, dip our toes in, continue to just have open hands about it, and then see. But know that in the second 6 months of this year, so around this summer, you'll see more shifts coming and more things happening. And, you'll start to hear about maybe some trainings that we're going to do that are live things you can come to about the maps and the process and just how we're going to bring those two tools together. And we're excited about that, but that'll come more in the
Mhm.
second half of the year, not
Yeah.
right now.
Right. And I will say too that the team at One Life Maps, they're still very passionate about the work that they
Yes.
do and will still be involved in the teaching and training. If you've been part of things they've done in the past or are currently, and they've already communicated this if you're in their community, but they're still going to be there teaching and guiding. And we're excited to learn from them as
Mm-hmm.
they've worked with these tools. As Teresa said, they've been around these tools for 20 years. And so we're excited to just learn from their wisdom too and their experience as we come alongside together. But they're still going to be very involved in what that looks like.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. So they're just
Right.
coming in to, work with us, and we're learning about some of the ways they do things, as we said, and they have a couple of great things that they do. They have a facilitator call. We both call of our people's facilitators, and they have a facilitator call that they host for their community. They host something called Deeper Conversations, where they take a book and kind of go through a book study. So they have a couple of places where their community gathers, and they have people all around the world that use these tools in all kinds of different ways. So we just wanted to let you all know live here today kind of what was going on behind the scenes in our world. Um, you know, we've launched a book in the last 6 months. We've added a product. We're just doing all kinds of things, but we're loving every minute of it and just seeing how God is using all of these things. We continue to hear stories and testimonies. And like I said before, we do these lives right after we've been with our community. And it was just so fun today to even hear people saying, wow, love taking people through the process and just seeing the way that they can structure and have, that rule of life around their life going forward. A modern day rule of life is often what we call it. And we just know that these tools of the Listen to My Life maps will just be another place for people to have that formational work, the depth of their being and who God has created them to be and how they're created to come into their life. So we're super excited. I'm super excited to have Lindsay say, yes, that's something I'd be interested in carrying forward for the real life process. So just love, Erica Vinson leans into a role on our team as our network director for those that are certified in our components and our process. And Lindsay's kind of going to be heading that up on the other side. So feels really good to have such great leaders on our team. So thank you, Lindsay, for saying yes. Hope you're not regretting it yet.
Oh, absolutely not.
Good, good.
No, I'm so excited. As Teresa said, I mean, the experience with these maps, and even, years ago, I was actually at the same church as Sybil and got exposed to these maps in my early 20s. And so there's just a long history there and a relational connection between our teams that just made this feel like such a natural
It
next
does.
step. And so it's not something that's, just any old product. This is something
Yeah,
that we use and love and just really works well with the process. So
it
I'm
does.
so excited to see what's to come.
It does. So you're going to be seeing some social posts. You're going to be seeing some things here in the community. We'll probably be inviting, some of their team to come join us on some of these lives. And we have all kinds of things planned that we're working on over the next couple of months. And you'll really see stuff start to ramp up a little bit more, towards that summer season. But we couldn't hold it in anymore. We needed to tell the world kind of what's
Yes.
going on and what we're excited about. So we just wanted to hop on and say that. Lindsay will post in our chat underneath the videos and all the social platforms, like a link to their website and to, these tools so that you can get to know them, so you can take a peek
Yes.
at what
I'll
they
post a
are.
link to the podcast episode today too, because that will be a great way for you to get to know their team and hear more of just the story behind why we're excited about this. So I'll
Yeah.
post that link too.
Yeah. So we'll get out all the information to you, and you can even find a link on our website. If nothing else, we'll get that all up and things. But today is the day, March 1st,
Yes.
2023. March the day that we all said yes and jumped in the pool together. So here we go. We're off to swim. So thanks,
Yes.
Lindsay, for joining me today. And yeah, come check us out. Check out all the components, all the things that we have, the different tools, assessments. We just want to help you as you live into being the best of who God created you to be, and just discovering that through your story and through how you want to live into the life that He's created for you. So we can't wait. And thanks for joining us on Wednesday. If you're watching the replay, and if you have any questions, just feel free to post it in the chat. Lindsay and I will be there to check back in on all the different platforms to answer your questions for you too. So thanks, Lindsay. Good to be with you,
Thanks,
friend.
Teresa. Have a
Talk
good day,
soon.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.